New York with Janique. Big up yourself, large up yourself. Okay, guys. I wanted to go live real quick. All right. This is a quick live that popped up on my mind and I wanted to discuss this, right? Because a lot of you guys don't know who your real friends are, who your real family are. A lot of you guys is always up in a whole group of people, laughing up in people's face, in the club, everywhere. But when it's time for a crisis, or when it's time for somebody to really have your back, you have no one. Yep. So I want to discuss this, right? Um, it's your girl Janique, Real Talk New York with Janique. Big up yourself, large up yourself. Okay, guys, I wrote down some notes, and I just want to say something really quickly, like some street smart, some vibes, because this is not really the live I really wanted to do. I'm gonna do another live this week, and I want to talk about the original topic that I wanted to tell you about, right? And I wanted to say, hard times will reveal the real from the fake in your life, right? Whenever you a tragedy happens, whether you have death of a loved one, whether something happened in your life that you need somebody to be there for you, that's what's gonna reveal who's real and who's not. That's what reveals who's real and who's not. The hard times. Anybody could laugh with you when things are going well. Anybody could be a bestie when you're doing good, when you're making money, when you're succeeding. Anybody could do that. But when things are down, when you're struggling, when you need help, when you need support, who's that? Who's there? Who's there? When people gang up against you, who got your back? Who got your back in your time of need? Tell me, who's really there? When people spread lies about you, who's gonna defend your good name? You know, that's what's real. You gotta know the real from the fake. You get what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't know the real from the fake because you just want some attention and you always in somebody's face. You always want to be in somebody's face but when things happen, you need a loan or you need a place to stay, you're about to be homeless or something happens, you don't got nobody. Because you're always up in somebody's face trying to get attention. That's why y'all don't got nobody. Because y'all always in somebody's face trying to get attention and you don't know who's real from fake in your life. And that's basically what it is. But you know what's going to really determine who's real from fake? The hard times. The hard times when people is up against you. This or that. Okay? So let me tell you some notes that I've been taking because I was thinking and I was taking notes today. Right? Number one thing I always tell you on this channel, right? Blood is not thicker than water. Blood is not thicker than, that's a myth. All right? Blood is not thicker than water. It's just that blood is more polluted, right? Blood is more polluted. It's more contaminated, but it's not thicker than water. Sometimes water is more pure. It's more, the water has more pure intentions for you. You got what I'm saying? So blood is not thicker than water. That's one point I always make on this channel and I always beat in your head. Blood is not thicker than water. It's not. All right. That's the one point I'm trying to tell y'all. All right. Y'all got to be street smart. We're having rough times. We're living in serious times now, right? You got to be street smart. Okay. Number two, it's not about who comes to the party. Hi. It's not about who comes to the party, but it's about who stays and helps you clean up. I'm Jamaican. I'm originally Jamaican, but I came up here and I was raised in New York. And what I gotta say is, it's not about who comes to the party. It's about who stays and helps you clean up. That's who matters in life. Anybody could party with you. Anybody could laugh with you. Anybody could kiki when things are going well. But when you're having a hard times, who's going to ride it out with you? Who's going to be there with you? And that's what matters. When people spread lies and rumors about you, who's going to defend your good name when you're not around? Who's going to keep it real? Who's going to keep it solid? Who's not going to shake? Who's not going to switch sides? Those are the real ones in your life. The ones that don't switch sides. The ones who stayed loyal. The ones who stayed true. The ones who stayed down, not the ones who's laughing when things go well. Anybody could laugh when things go well. Anybody could party. Anybody could do that. But who's gonna hold you up whenever you're not well? Whenever you're having a bad day? Whenever your kid is sick? Whenever you're having a kid and the father disappear on you? What friend is gonna defend you and got your back? I don't know, but somebody bought this. Listen, let's stay on topic because I'm talking about something else. All right, somebody bought this and put it up there. You could donate. If you want to donate, press the thank you sign, and make sure you guys like the lives, guys. Like the lives, because I keep it real, and I kick real stuff. I teach y'all how to be street smart and how to be. Guys, if you want to donate, you could send me a couple of dollars, right? If you want to, it's up to you. You know, um, like I was saying, you can't always think, oh, just because somebody laugh with you, they're with you. It doesn't matter. Anybody could laugh with you when things are going good. Anybody can laugh with you when things are going good. Anyone. But who's going to be real who's going to have your back? Who's going to have your back when things are going bad, when your life is falling apart, when everybody's against you? Those are the real ones. Your hard times is going to reveal a lot about people. Your hard times are going to reveal a lot about people, okay? When people rise up against you with lies and you're about to go, and who's going to defend you and say, no, that person's not like that? Nah, that I know that person. That person's not like that. Who's gonna jump up and defend you and say, yeah, because people switch sides very easily. They switch sides for a couple of dollars. They switch sides for attention. And they forgot where they came from. Wait, let me see. Let me see what y'all saying. If you want to donate, yeah, donate. Just press the thank you button. Oh, who's my go-to when I'm having a bad day? I go to God. I pray, but also I have family members that I go to. People who showed up for me. Ooh, trust me, I'm going to talk about those stuff, but I want to talk about the real from the fake. You're going to know who really has your back. Don't worry, I'll get to those stuff. You're going to really know who really has your back when times get hard, whether you have a child and you're struggling with your child, who's going to give you a couple of dollars or listen to me. My hard times, I realized who was real in my life, who was worth it, and who wasn't. Who's going to give you a couple of dollars when your kids need Pampers? If one of your parents pass away, who's going to be there for you? You got to think about that. You could do a super chat. Yeah, they know how to do it. They just want to talk. They know how to send money. They just want to talk. Good evening. It's easy. It says thank you right there. They don't want to send nothing. Let's see. So I took some other notes, really and truly. Oh, if you donate, donate. If you want to donate money to me, donate. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anything counts. Action counts. Okay, so I want to discuss this seriously though. Y'all gotta understand. Y'all really gotta understand. Oh yes. Who defends you when everybody's against you? Those are your real people. Right? Because people will switch up on you because they're getting attention or somebody's giving them something, but they're not gonna remember where they came from. No, the thank you button does work. You can press the thank you button. Try it again. Let's see. So let me give you an example of backstory why I thought about this, right? Why I thought about this topic of who really has your back. All right. There's a time. Yeah, I'm Jamaican. There's a time when back in the days, right? I was a teenage mom, right? I was pregnant and I was 17 years old. That's okay because I still graduated. Everything still worked out well for me, right? So I was pregnant. I was a teenage mom, right? And there was a time when I was really hungry. I was like really, I didn't have any money, right? I didn't have any money in my pocket. I had no money. And when I tell you I was hungry, I was starving. And this is a story, backstory. I was starving. And back in those days, cereal cost maybe $1.99 or maybe $2.99. Cereal was cheap. It wasn't like now when things are expensive. So I went and opened a family member's box of cereal, right? It was $2.99 for a box of cereal, and I was starving. And I opened a box of cereal. I will never forget this day. The way she went off on a rant. Who touched my cereal? You're nothing. You touched my cereal. Like went crazy on me over food. Do you understand me? And I was so embarrassed, humiliated, and I was still starving and hungry. I said, you know what? I won't touch your food. Go, go ahead. I left her alone. She went crazy because remember I was 17 years old. Hey, and I was starving. When I tell you I was hungry, I was hungry. I was pregnant. And I didn't have any money, and I wasn't working at the time, so I didn't have any food to eat. So I called up a family member. And she said to me, come over. And that family member lived in Brooklyn, New York at that time. And that family member says, come over. She says, come over. And I went over her house. She gave me a couple of dollars. I can never forget that. She gave me a couple of dollars, and I slept on her couch. Right? Because people used to dog on me, rag on me. Stay away from her. Don't be around my kid. I don't want her around my kid. She's nothing. She's disgusting. She's trash. That's what people used to say about me when I was pregnant at a young age. It is what it is. Granted, you can say what you want. It's okay. That's how you feel about me. Cool. But I thought about that time, and I said, I remember who was there for me when I was really in a time of need, and I was basically at my lowest, right? I was at my lowest at that point. I remember how people treated me when I was at my lowest, right? And I said, it's okay. You could think I'm trash. You could think I'm nothing. Not a problem, right? So years later, fast forward, and I remember how kind that particular family member was to me, right? When I really needed help. I really needed help, and I remember how kind that particular family member. I never forget people who was kind to me in my time of need. I never forget that. Anytime you done something for me, I will always, and I needed it, and I was down, you're going to always have a space in my heart, because there's not a lot of kindness in this world. People are more judgmental, and they're ready to put you down. So I went to her house. She gave me a couple of dollars. I stayed over, and I never forget that. I always held that person there in my heart, always, because of that situation. All right? So fast forward years later, I didn't hear from that family member for years. And I was like, whatever happened to her? Whatever happened to her? Right? I didn't hear from her. I was like, whatever happened to her? And guess what? I saw her years later, and she wasn't doing so well. She was sick, right? She was not well. She was sick. So because she was sick, and then another family member was there, because they don't like her. Some people don't like her. They was like, oh, why you talk to her? Like telling me I shouldn't talk to that family member that was there for me at my downtime. I don't join bandwagons. I don't switch sides for popularity or so somebody could love me. I remember who was there for me when I was down, and when people ganged up on me. I don't join side. I don't switch side for attention, popularity, and bandwagon. I don't do that. If you was real for me, and if you was real to me in my life, on my downtime, and in my time of need, uh I'm gonna be real with you if you ever need me. If you held me up anytime that I ever was struggling, and I was on my knuckles, and I had nothing, and I will always remember that. That's one thing about me. I will always remember who held me up when I needed that, right? So this girl was telling me, "Oh, why you talk to her?" And I went up to that family member. I gave her a hug. I said, "Girl, I've been looking for you for years. Where you been?" Right. So I linked up back with that family member, and I was glad to link back up with her. Cool. All right. That's that same girl that I was wondering why I linked back up with. She ended up switching on me over what he say, she say anyway. She was never solid. She ended up switching on me anyway over he say, she say. So she was never even solid in the first place, right? But that's not my point. When you're down, when you're down and you have nothing to offer, never forget the people who helped you. Because when you're down and you have nothing to offer, that's when people is going to show their true colors. That's when they're going to sit up in a group and say, she's nothing, she's garbage, she's trash. And that's when that's when they're going to show you. The real ones is going to show up when you need them. The real one's going to be there. The real solid one is going to be there when you need. What if you lost your place? If you don't have no place to stay, a real one is going to say, babe, you could come and sleep on my couch if you don't have a place to stay. Y'all better know the real from the fake, because y'all have a lot of fake friends talk about bestie, bestie. You got so much people to gossip with, but when something happens, you don't got no real friends. And that's how it is. A lot of y'all have so much people to gossip with, to be in somebody's face, to be in the club, to be partying with. But when something really go down, you ain't got nobody. You ain't got nobody. Anyhow, so yeah, so that same one switched up on me, but that's okay. Always remember the ones that defend your name when you're not there. Defend your name when you're not there. The ones who stayed loyal, the ones who stayed true, the ones who got your back even when everybody turned against you, the ones who still was on your team. Never forget those. The ones who were still on your team when everybody turned against you, because blood is not thicker than water. It never was. And I remind y'all that all the time. Blood is not thicker than water. Loyalty is. Loyalty outweigh anything. You get what I'm saying? The real ones, the ones who got your back, the ones if you know you in a jam, they'll give you a couple of dollars. The one who, if you ever, if you had a problem with your kid or something, they're gonna, they're gonna uplift your kid. They're not gonna instigate with your kid to try to turn your kid against you. Real solid people that you could trust behind your back. Okay, whenever hard times come, the ones who are there are the ones that you remain true to. A lot of people, they get rich and switch. They forgot where they came from. They got money. They got a couple of dollars. A lot of people, they got a couple of dollars, so they forgot where they came from. So they got rich and switch. You know what I'm saying? So that's the hard times is going to show you a lot about people. It was God's plan and a lesson. Yeah, it was a lesson. It was God's plan and a lesson, because I said I remember when like I said, it just flashed in my mind, thinking back of my hard times, because I'm so at peace now. I'm so humble. People don't realize I'm very humble. I'm very cool. Like, I don't want no beef with nobody, and I don't think I'm better than nobody. I'm very humble. But my thing is, never forget the real ones who had your back. I'm telling you. Can I listen to you? Listen, I'm about to block you, because it's like there's no substance there. A lot of you guys is just looking for attention. You're not even listening to the message. Hey. How many years was that? That's a long years, but I never forget who really had my back. Make sure you like the live, guys, if you're on the live. I never forget who really had my back. And you guys should never, ever go against someone who was loyal to you. Never forget that. That's one lesson I wanted to tell you guys. Yep. I think I basically said enough, Do y'all get what I'm saying, guys? Let me know if you get it. Let me know if you get it. When you see somebody that's got your back, you stay loyal, you stay true. You don't switch sides for attention, to be cool, to be popular. You don't do that. The people who got your back, exactly. You got it. All right. I'm glad you got it, because there's a lot of people who don't really have substance. And to be honest, I don't want people like that on my channel. If you don't have substance, I don't really want you on my channel. I want people who like really conscious. They get it. They're better in themselves. Yep. Yep. That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all get what I'm saying. The real one. Never switch up on somebody who had your back. Because I'm telling you, there's some times when I was down, and I'm telling you, I was in a really bad jam, and I got to see people real true colors. That's when they started showing off on me, talking down on me. You're nothing. I don't like black people. Other black person said to me she doesn't like black people because I went to her for help. And let me be clear. I don't care about you, right? Let me be clear. I don't care nothing about anybody, any self-hater. I don't have no respect for somebody, a black person who hates their own kind. Yep, you take the good with the bad. Guys, make sure you like the live. And if you want to send me a thank you, send me a thank you. Yeah, because the fake been thriving for too long. It's time to end their reign. The fake ones, the ones who switch side. People gonna switch side based off of convenience. And when they switch sides on you when you're doing bad, make them stay on that side. Say you watch, just watch them. You don't gotta say nothing to them. When people switch sides on you, make them stay on the side that they choose. Make sure when somebody switch sides on you, make them stay on the side that they choose. Once they switch side, let them lock that door. That side isn't. This side is no longer open. Goodbye. Because people switch sides based off opportunity. Based off opportunity. That's what you call opportunists. We live amongst people who are all about opportunities and what they can get. Hey, yup, you're sad, you're bad. When things happen, like a tragedy happen in your life, you're gonna see who's who. When you need somebody, you're gonna see who's who. Thank you, I appreciate it. You're gonna see who. You're gonna see who's who. I'm telling you. Whenever it's bad, because bad things happen in life, rough times, ups and downs, and when on your downtime, you're gonna see who's who, because that's when they're gonna show themselves. That's when people gonna really show themselves. They're gonna show who they really are. Cause guess what? They're gonna laugh at. Sometimes when something bad happens to you, they're gonna laugh at you. They're gonna laugh at you, and that's when they're gonna show. Cause they think they have the upper hand. They think they have power. Remember that. And never forget who fronted on you when you needed them. Never forget. Never forget who fronted. You get what I'm saying? I'm telling you that. Never forget who laughed at you in your time of need, who fronted, and never forget who actually showed up for you and who was there when you actually needed, when you was on your knuckles, when you was down to your last. Never forget. It shows poor character when you switch on somebody who had your back. It shows that you're low, you're a degenerate individual. Because now everybody's about clout. And that's the reason why I respect Nicki Minaj. I'm sorry to bring her up, because a lot of these young girls, she mentored them. But when it was time for them to sign, thank you. When it was time for them to sign to her record label, they went and signed with a white man record label. So that's what she said. That's why a lot of these girls, she don't mentor them anymore, because they'll mentor. She'll teach them something, and they'll take everything that she taught them to go benefit, to give it to a white man, because a white man probably offered them an extra $1,000 or extra couple of $1,000. They're traders. They're switchers. People are gonna switch on you for opportunity. There's very rare loyal people that's gonna ride with you in the dirt, in the mud. There's very few, especially the fact that if you have a kid and you struggling with your kid, some people won't even say, and they see that you really need help, they won't even buy your kid a pamper. But later on, when your kid is grown and doing well and succeeding, they'll be like, oh. Make sure you teach your kids that too. Like, listen, if they wasn't there around when you was doing bad, they shouldn't be around when you're succeeding. If they wasn't around when you was doing bad, they shouldn't be around when you're succeeding. If they wasn't around when you needed support, when you needed backup, when you needed somebody to defend you, they shouldn't be around, period. Bye. Goodbye. Never mistake the real from the fake. Because when you were in a weak, oh man, I remember I really needed help one time. Oh, thank God I'm out of that situation. I learned now. I learned, honey. Ooh, child. I like you. I learned. Guys, tell me your story when people. You said, do I like money? Oh boy. Guys, I want to hear your stories. Did you ever been in a really low time and you didn't have any support, you didn't have anyone? Let me know if you ever experienced that, or somebody you thought that was with you, but when you really needed them, there was nowhere to be found. Never forget the ones who was with you when you really needed that support. And the ones that was with you when everybody was against you, those are the real ones. Those are the real ones. I remember when I dated somebody, right? And this person walked right past my kid, right? And never acknowledged my kid. Never once. Now that my kid is up and he's doing well, oh, you're mentioning my get out of my face. You don't know my kid. You don't know my kid. You don't speak about my kid. You get what I'm saying? Some people they want to be around when the glory, to be a part of the glory and when you're doing well. But when you're doing bad, they're not gonna be a part. They're gonna talk about you like a dog. She's nothing. She's garbage. I remember those days. I walk past them. I walk right past people like that, like I don't even see them. Nah, you can't I can't pick up my phone for you. Yep. I can't pick up my phone for you. When I needed you, you was nowhere. You was in the club, baby. When I needed a friend, you was in the club, baby. You was too popular. You was too cool. When I needed a real friend and I know I had your back, you was too cool. Yeah, never forget the real ones. I'm telling you that right now. Because it's very far and few between. Because most people is all about that dollar. It's all about the money. It's about appearances. You get what I'm saying? Never forget the ones who held you up when you didn't have a dollar. Never forget the ones when you was hungry, they gave you a sandwich or a piece of food to eat. Never forget the ones that when everybody was thrashing your name, thrashing, you jumped in and they jumped in and said, "Nah, she's not like that." Nah. Never forget those. Those are the real people. Those are the real ones. Never forget the one when you was on your grind and you was down. Never forget when you was short on your rent $100 and you didn't know when you was gonna find that $100. That person that gave you $100. Never forget the real ones. Never be a traitor and an ungrateful person. God don't like ungrateful. You're not gonna be blessed. You're not gonna be blessed. You're not gonna. That's what I say. The ones that showed when you needed help and they gave you that help, never forget those because it's very far and few between. Most people will gang up on you and say, "Oh, she's nothing. She's a trash and off the street. Stay away from her." Okay, let's see. Never forget the one who stayed when everybody else walked out on you. Never forget those. Never forget those when the ones who stayed when everybody walked out. Never forget when you was in your down times, the ones who gave you that phone call to try to pick you up, to try to make your mood feel better. Never forget that. Never forget those are the real ones. Those are the solid ones. Never forget that. And that's what it is. Because a lot of you guys have a large circle, but you really have no friends. But you're not gonna know that until shit hits the fan. That's when you're gonna realize that yeah, all these people that I got, they're really not my real people. The real ones is people that when you're down, the ones that will ride with you. Oh, and never forget the ones that will go out their way for you. Because most people you'll say, "Oh, can I get a ride?" They say, "Sorry, I'm not going that way." They'll say, "Sorry, I'm not going that way." But the ones that will don't mind going out the way for you, those are the real ones. Those are your people. Again, sometimes you'll be like, "Can I get a ride?" Some people will be like, "Sorry, I'm not going that way." But the ones that will go out their way to give you that ride is the real ones. Never forget the real ones. That's why y'all end up in trouble because you try to go with the popular crew, not the ones who show up for you. You try to go with what's popular. And a lot of y'all is ungrateful. You don't appreciate the people who's been there for you, right? A lot of times people been there for you and you turn on them. You turn against them because you want attention. And guess what? Hard times come to show you a lesson, to teach you a lesson. Learn your lesson from the hard times. Because the real ones are few and far between. I can tell you that. Because when they have their big expensive car, sorry, they can't drop you because guess what? They're not going that way. So stay at that bus stop. Let me splash that water in your face because I'm not going that way. Let me, you know, they got their car now, so they're not going that way. They can't go out their way for you, but they don't remember when you went out their way for them. They don't remember those times. Don't be that person that's all about the clouds. It's all about attention, all about the limelight. All right, a lot of these people that's all about clout, attention, and limelight. When things hit the fan, ain't nobody really got their back. Amen. Hard time. Yeah, put God first. Always put God first in your life. Prayer, prayer. And God will send people. Always, whenever you're going through hard times, whether you lost a loved one, whether you had a child and you're by yourself, whether, you're depressed or whether you're going through stuff. Prayer, put God first, and God will send you the people. And the people that he sends you, sometimes it's not family. A lot of times it's not family. Yes, guys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Guys, oh wait, let me look at the comments since I already said what I had to say. Amen. He sends the chosen one. God definitely sends people to help. Say your prayer. Say a prayer. I'm telling you, strangers help me more than family. Strangers support me more than family. Family might watch, but they're not watch to uplift. They're watching to, oh, did she die yet? Did she fail? They would never comment and say nothing positive. They're just watching to see if I'm dead yet. Or they're looking to see if I'm dead or if I'm failed yet so that they go and rejoice against me. Oh, the dog is dead. So they can rejoice against me. They're watching to see my failure, my downfall. They're not watching to uplift or to support or nothing like that. I learned blood is not thicker than water. It's just more polluted. Guys, okay, so if you like my channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, send me something. Oh, guys, I like when you guys like and show some support. The weirdos always, they'll watch and they will never like nothing. They'll watch, but they don't like nothing. They're just watching with a dirty, nasty look on their face. Like, I hope something bad happens to her. You say you never heard people? I don't know what that means. Am I lying, guys? Tell me the truth. Am I lying? Yeah, because time is getting harder than ever. This is the hard. And you know what? I went to the store today and I got a Subway sandwich, honey. That was $17. So you know we're living in some serious times right now. $17 for a sandwich? Okay. We're living in some serious times. You better choose wisely who's on your team, who's not on your team, and who you're investing in. Because everybody is not worth the investment. I could tell you that. And the people that maybe make sure the people that you're wasting your time with, make sure the people that you're giving to will be the ones to do the same for you. Because a lot of times you'll be bending over backwards for people who won't even bend over forwards for you. Let me repeat that. Okay? Sometimes a lot of you guys are bending over backwards for people who won't even bend forward for you. You said all people are mean to you outside, so that you don't need to be around them. That means you don't fit in with those people. Find better people. Some people wouldn't even lift up a feather for you, but you'll go all out for them. It's time to start doing better. It's time to start doing better. It's time for the real ones to prevail. And guess what? You could be a real one, you know. Just because you're not a real one with me doesn't mean you're not a real one in somebody else's life. That's okay, but you're just not for me. And you got to understand when somebody is not for you. That's all. That's all. Not everybody's going to be for you, and that's okay. But the point is, never confuse the real from the fake. That's all. That's all. And some people never understand the struggle until they're the ones in the struggle. You get me? Some people won't understand the struggle until they're the ones that's in the struggle. And when they switch sides, let them stay there. And let me tell you, there's some people you got to turn your back on because they disrespected your name. Some people you got to turn your back on. Sorry, I wash my hands with you. And the people that you should turn your back on is ungrateful people, disloyal people. Sorry, I wash my hands with you. And when you was the people who never helped you when you really needed help, and they had the ability to help you. Okay, when you needed help, they had the ability to help you. And they didn't help you, turn your back on them. For good. Bye. Adios. Seriously. 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 I'm serious. Times are very hard now. You need solid people. Mm-mm-mm. Guys, thank you for joining the live. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I love everybody. I appreciate everybody who constant supports me, likes my stuff, shares my stuff. I know I'm kicking some street smart. I'm kicking some knowledge. Hopefully you guys gain. I hope you guys gain some wisdom, some insight from my channel, and I hope my channel actually help. I really do. I really do. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad my channel helped you guys. I'm really glad, happy about that. Yep, your hard times definitely separate the real from the fake. Uh-huh. Smear campaigns, when a narcissist starts spreading lies on you, you just start watching and seeing who's gonna hop on that. Because guess what? They're just waiting. Mm-hmm. They're just waiting to show you their true colors. That's all. That's all. But once you see their true colors, you know how to move accordingly. Keep it moving. You don't gotta over explain yourself to people. Just be like, all right, you're not for me. I could, and keep it moving. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I hope my channel have blessed you guys. I have over 400 videos on this channel. Talk about street smarts. I talk about all types of different type of stuff, you know. Um, and I hope the information that I put out there does bless somebody. I really do. I seasoned up some delicious salmon. I'm about to make my salmon. That's what I'm about to do now. Make some salmon. I'm hungry. Let me see the comments. Make sure. Look, I got. Oh, oh, okay. Let me see. Ooh, I'm missing the comments. Let me get to the comments, guys. Oh, love from Bangladesh. Aw. You gotta use prayer. If you whenever you're having bad and use prayer. Pray. Pray. I'm so at peace now. Like nothing bothers me. I'm just so at peace. I am. After everything, I'm just so at peace. I'm so humble. I stay to myself. I'm just at peace. I've been through so much, honey. I learned so many lessons. I learned. Biggest lesson I learned is who has my back. And certain people that didn't deserve my loyalty. Definitely didn't deserve my loyalty at all. Be careful who you're going out your way for. That's all I'm saying. Because nine times out of 10, they're probably not going to go out their way for you. They're too cool. They're too popular. They're too popular. They're too cool. I like when you guys tell me stuff. Okay, let's read this one. This looks like something sensible. Ooh, let me read. Oh, this comment disappeared. Hold on. Let me find it. Hold on, guys. Okay, so some people are not just jealous of you, they're jealous of your aura, your energy. Do I have a boyfriend? Hmm. Some people are not. Some people they might have more than you, but they're jealous of your personality. They're jealous of the love that you get. It's not only some people are jealous not only because of material things. They're jealous of your potential. They're jealous of this. Some people could be jealous of anything, not only material things. We're living in some really dark times, some really hard times. So you got to choose your circle wisely. Some people, if you need help and you need support, they'll take advantage of that. They'll really take advantage of you in your time of need and support. They'll take everything you've got. You get what I'm saying? They'll take advantage of you if you need help. Trust me. So just never forget the ones that held you up and been there for you. That's all. Never be ungrateful. God don't like ungrateful. All right, guys. That's basically it. That's all. I think I said everything I gotta say. Yep, I said everything I had to say, guys. Separate the real from the fake. That's all. That's all. Anyway, guys, I'm about to go. Thanks for joining the live. Hi. All right, guys. So you already saw the live. Thanks for joining. I'm about to go. God bless. Stay positive. Stay humble. I'll be back soon. Real Talk New York with Jenny. Big up yourself. Large up yourself. I love you guys. I'm from Jamaica originally, but I live in New York. No, New York. I live in New York. Love you guys. Thank you for your continuous support. Don't be afraid to send me a thank you, etc., etc. I'm going to go cook now. Love you guys.